Hi, my name's Jessica, and I interned at the Exhilaration Station. The Exhilaration Station is a family resource center serving the Placerville community since 2021. Judy Knapp owns the business with her husband Jim Knapp, and together they strive to reduce trauma and support the community. And she does this in various ways. She has donations that anyone in the community can have access to. She provides a 16-week course of parenting classes. There's a variety of enrichment classes for children of all ages with a focus on teaching social and emotional skills. And Judy says that trauma is caused by stressed out parents, and she works on reducing that stress. As sometimes providing a safe place for a parent and a child can provide more ways than one. At times, if she sees the need, she will provide respite care for a parent by taking care of the child while they get a break. There's also a calming room designed for children on the spectrum, so it can be utilized if they feel overstimulated. And so the ways where I saw what I learned at the Exhilaration Station aligned with what I've learned in my past classes was networking. I learned about networking in my Social Work 300 and briefly in this class. And it's just so important as social work to know what resources are out there and make those connections. And making connections between facilities and agencies is the benefit for our clients at the end of the day. And it can help agencies as well. And I saw Judy do this in so many different ways. During summertime, her business is a part of a work program for foster youth, and their pay is provided by a grant. So Judy gets employees for free, and in turn, she teaches them job skills and has it gives them something to put on their resume, and it just really helps out for them long term. And of course, they're getting paid, but it's just through a grant, not necessarily through the business. And so CPS also utilizes the Exhilaration Station services. Visitations are held there, and that has been super important for our community because the place where visitations were originally held weren't that warm and inviting. And at the Exhilaration Station, parents and children are reporting like having an easier time connecting and enjoying each other's company. The public health nurse also utilized the Exhilaration Station to hold Mommy and Me groups for teen moms, and El Dorado High School special needs students in a work program would come to the Exhilaration Station and work with children by reading to them, playing games, and making crafts. And this is just a few ways that Judy has networked. So it was so cool to see so many unique and creative ways of networking and how many resources are out there. Another way where I saw this align with what I had learned in my past classes was the parenting classes that I attended aligned with the psychology classes that I've taken and the child development classes I've taken. Judy went over how trauma affects the brain and the nitty-gritty of the synapses, making connections in the triune brain. And also like how just trauma affects the brain overall, but there's plasticity in the brain, and even though trauma has done damages, it can be reversed. And she went over this in depth, but however, it was in a way that was it was easy to learn with the way she taught it, and I think learning from that was such a strong skill set that I needed. So that was really cool because I had it in my head, like I knew the material, but I didn't know necessarily how to deliver it. And now I have a better sense of that. So I'm excited to use that information going forward. And Judy had also coached self-care in her parenting classes and to me personally because she saw that I was just an overworked mom, and even before this internship, she saw it too, and has always just reminded me, be sure you're getting your self-care, do something that you love that is just for you. So I really love that, and especially working in this field, we need to be sure that we're taking care of ourselves so we can take care of other people because everybody needs a recharge at the end of the day. And an ethical standard that I saw in practice was the human service professionals are committed to delivering services equitably, ensuring inclusion and accessibility. And one of the ways I saw Judy do this was by hosting events for adults with special needs. And this is probably one of my favorite parts of this internship. There were game nights, karaoke nights, and there was also a night where we shot Nerf guns at each other. And it was so cool because, I mean, this was just for the special needs community. And it was a space where they were able to build community and find connections within each other. Judy saw that need for adults with special needs, and she gave them a safe place to build community and connect with one another. And it was so much fun, and I'm definitely going to continue to volunteer to those nights because it was just so special, and I saw how she really included them. And so when looking at like cross-cultural competency, like I saw a couple examples of this. When Judy was teaching her classes, there was a student whose first language was Spanish, and she was just sure to like give him the tools that he needed and also include his culture into the lesson as well, because she understood that she was teaching, how to parent from our cultural perspective, but also realizing that, his culture may see it a different way or have different values and stuff. So she took that as an opportunity to learn from him too. When going over my strengths of going into this, one, I'm motivated, I love to learn, and I love the field that I'm in, and I'm just so excited to be a part of it and to grow from it. And I'm good with people. It's easy for me to strike up a conversation, and I help people feel comfortable and included. I also have a strong work ethic. I have old school values, and they've really done me well. And I understand like the development of like child development, and then I understand how to care for children and how to communicate with them based on their age and just the different needs they have. And I am really good at remaining calm in high stress situations. And I'm able to work with people when they're escalated and work on calming them down and de-escalating them. So the skills I developed on this job was being more organized. I'm not there, but I'm getting there, and I just see the importance of it. Another thing is self-reflection, and I had a lot of that. But what I didn't have was the follow-through. I didn't have the intervention. I would self-reflect, but not having the intervention and then not following through with what I needed to work on. So this internship gave me a piece of that. It gave me more tools. And also another skill I learned is learning how to host events and network with other agencies, knowing when too much is on my plate. Because when you have so much on your plate, it is hard to master just the one thing. So I think just making sure that I'm not doing too much at once, because then it all falls. And then my areas of growth would be to be more organized. It is a skill that I developed, but it is also a skill that I need to continue developing. Being more consistent, and like also just being patient with myself. I have had a lot that I'm, juggling, and, I can't be the best at everything. So 3 examples of things that I'm going to use moving forward in my career development is to structure myself, get more organized in my mind and in my life, so then I could build onto that so I can excel in my education and my career further. And also just needing to address my own trauma before I continue into this field, because how can I help people with their trauma if I haven't helped myself yet? And then another thing that I'm going to be doing, with the development of my career is continuing to network. I mean, even though I'm not actively working right now, I am still going out in the community in my day to day, and I can still network and find those resources and just build onto that, and also still give people those resources, because people always have a need for something. And so what I learned about the field in social work is that there are so many ways to serve individuals and communities, and you could be so creative and unique with it. And I think that's what I love most about social work. I saw Judy do so many different things in unique, creative, fun ways, and it was just really cool to see that you can add your own special flair to it, and you could really help people by being you. So I love that. And then something else I learned was just how understanding people are in this field, and how people going into this field just want to help others, and it's a really cool, unique community that we have with one another. And then my advice to people going into this class would be to just enjoy it. I mean, this is something that you chose, so you should be having fun with it. Enjoy the class, enjoy the material. It's a really special, unique class.